Hey everyone, welcome to today's Explainer. We are diving into something that, well, let's be honest, pretty much everyone is losing sleep over right now. I mean, everywhere you look, people are freaking out. They're asking, is artificial intelligence going to destroy my career? Is it going to upend the job market? Is it going to take over the world? The anxiety is absolutely real. But today, we're going to cut through the noise. We're going to separate the myth from the reality, break down exactly what's actually happening out there based on insights from the very top of the tech industry, and show you how you can survive and genuinely thrive in this crazy new landscape.
So let's just confront the elephant in the room right out of the gate. Will AI steal your job? Look, it's a terrifying thought, right? You wake up, you see these tech giants rolling out insanely powerful tools literally every single day, and the headlines are just packed with doom and gloom about humans becoming obsolete. And it triggers this deeply personal panic for all of us who rely on our hard-earned skills to pay the bills. But to really get a grip on this threat, we've got to look past that initial panic and actually listen to the folks building this future. Okay, let's dive into this.
And that brings us to a massive reality check. Listen to this. Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, the company basically powering this entire revolution, addressed this anxiety head-on. And his answer? It is incredibly definitive. He said, AI absolutely will not eliminate you. What will truly make you lose your job are the peers who have started frantically using AI. Boom. That completely flips the script, doesn't it? It shifts the whole conversation away from being terrified of some faceless technology and puts the focus right back on human behavior and how we adapt.
Now, to really wrap our heads around this disruption, we've got to talk about one totally staggering metric: 3 seconds. Just empathize with this panic for a second. Imagine you wake up and you realize that the professional skills you just spent 4 or 5 grueling years studying and mastering at university can now be spit out by an algorithm in 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Done. And not just replicated, but honestly, sometimes with even better results. Facing that reality, that is going to cause some intense anxiety. It makes you question the value of everything you've learned.
But to beat that anxiety, our whole mindset really has to shift. We have this weird tendency to look at AI like it's a sci-fi villain coming to steal our livelihoods. But the reality? AI is a super co-pilot. It's a hyper-efficient assistant that doesn't sleep, doesn't complain, and crucially, doesn't need a double espresso at 3 p.m. to hit a deadline. Its efficiency is off the charts. But, and this is the key, it requires direction. It's here to help you elevate your work, not to independently sneak in and take over your desk while you're on a lunch break.
So let's look at how this actually plays out in the dynamic of the modern office. If AI is just a tool, then that cold algorithm, not your enemy. The actual threat is the person sitting in the cubicle right next to you, or that aggressive team at a rival company. We're looking at a stark contrast between the traditional worker and the AI-augmented colleague. Look, before this tech dropped, you and your coworker might have had the exact same baseline abilities. But now, because they've figured out how to communicate seamlessly with artificial intelligence, the playing field isn't just on level, it's practically a cliff.
Let's put this unlevel playing field into practice. Imagine writing a massive, complex proposal. The traditional worker is spending 3 hours agonizing over a blank page, just struggling to build a draft from scratch. But the AI-augmented colleague, they're running a 30-minute sprint. Boom, 10 minutes to prompt 5 different versions, 20 minutes to pick the best one, tweak it, polish it, and they are done. Flawless proposal delivered. And the rest of that huge block of saved time, they're using it to brainstorm high-level strategy and go out and win new clients. The speed difference is absolutely staggering.
And this creates a very specific type of advantage. It's called a dimensionality reduction attack. Now, I know that sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it basically means operating on a completely higher plane of efficiency. It's literally like bringing a laser to a sword fight. When one side uses these advanced AI tools, they so completely outclass and overwhelm their competitors that it's no longer a fair fight. The folks effortlessly running AI prompts are essentially attacking traditional workers from a higher dimension of productivity. They are rendering those old manual methods completely obsolete.
Now let's take a pretty sobering look from the boss's desk. The new math in the workplace is simple. 1 equals 5. Seriously. If one AI-empowered employee can harness this tech to pump out the output that used to require 5 people, well, why on earth would a company keep a huge, slow-moving team? It's a harsh reality. For those who stubbornly resist these tools, who insist on grinding away using traditional methods, their survival space in the market is going to shrink, and it's going to shrink incredibly fast.
The rules of the game have entirely changed. We've completely transitioned out of the old workplace arena. In the past, professionals competed on rock-solid basic skills and, let's face it, a willingness to suffer through endless overtime. It was a pure contest of endurance.
But in the new arena, the only metric that actually matters is speed, driven by your AI communication skills. It's all about who can direct the AI to output the right, high-quality results the fastest. Working harder has officially lost to working smarter. So what are we supposed to actually do with all this information? Well, Jensen Huang's message isn't there to freak you out. It's actually highlighting an unprecedented opportunity. So here is your urgent call to action. First off, stop wasting energy on useless anxiety. It just doesn't serve you. Instead, start learning how to communicate with AI today. Arm yourself with these tools so you can become a one-person team, an absolute indispensable super employee. You want to be the one doing the disrupting rather than sitting back letting the market totally pass you by. And that brings us to a final provocative thought for you to chew on. The wheels of this new era are turning way, way faster than anyone anticipated. The deck is literally being reshuffled every single second. So I'll leave you with this challenge. Will you be the one replaced by someone using these tools, or will you be the one driving the change? The choice is entirely yours. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Now go out there and see what your new super co-pilot can really do.